Excerpts from the ancient Egyptian Book of the Dead. Hymn to Osiris. Homage to thee, Osiris, Lord of eternity, King of the gods, whose names are manifold, whose forms are holy, thou being of hidden form in the temples, whose caw is holy. Thou art the governor of Busiris, and also the mighty one in Letopolis. Thou art the Lord to whom praises are ascribed in the nome of Ati. Thou art the prince of divine food in Anu. Thou art the Lord who is commemorated in Maadi, the hidden soul, the Lord of Elephantine, the ruler supreme in Memphis. Thou art the soul of Ra, his own body, and hast thy place of rest in Heracleopolis. Thou art the beneficent one, art praised in Nart. Thou makest thy soul to be raised up. Thou art the Lord of the great house in Hermopolis. Thou art the mighty one of victories in Shas-Hetep, the Lord of eternity, the governor of Abydos. The path of his throne is in a part of Abydos. Thy name is established in the mouths of men. Thou art the substance of Egypt. Thou art Tem, the feeder of doubles, the governor of the companies of the gods. Thou art the beneficent spirit among the spirits. The god of the celestial ocean draweth from thee his waters. Thou sendest forth the north wind at eventide, and breath from thy nostrils to the satisfaction of thy heart. Thy heart reneweth its youth, thou producest thee. The stars in the celestial heights are obedient unto thee, and the great doors of the sky open themselves before thee. Thou art he, to whom praises are ascribed in the southern heaven, and thanks are given for thee in the northern heaven. The imperishable stars are under thy supervision, and the stars which never set are thy thrones. Offerings appear before thee at the decree of Keb. The companies of the gods praise thee, and the gods of the other world smell the earth in paying homage to thee. The uttermost parts of the earth bow before thee, and the limits of the skies entreat thee with supplications when they see thee. The holy ones are overcome before thee, and all Egypt offereth thanksgiving unto thee when it meeteth thy majesty. Thou art a shining spirit body, the governor of spirit bodies. Permanent is thy rank, established is thy rule. Thou art the well-doing power of the company of the gods. Gracious is thy face, and beloved by him that seeth it. Thy fear is set in all the lands by reason of thy perfect love, and they cry out to thy name, making it the first of names, and all people make offerings to thee. Thou art the Lord who art commemorated in heaven and upon earth. Many are the cries which are made to thee at the Uake festival, and with one heart and voice Egypt raiseth cries of joy to thee. Thou art the great chief, the first among thy brethren, the prince of the company of the gods, the stablisher of right and truth throughout the world, the son who was set on the great throne of his father Keb. Thou art the beloved of thy mother Nut, the mighty one of valor, who overthrew the Sebo fiend. Thou didst stand up and smite thine enemy, and set thy fear in thine adversary. Thou dost bring the boundaries of the mountains. Thy heart is fixed, thy legs are set firm. Thou art the heir of Keb, and of the sovereignty of Egypt. Keb hath seen his splendors. He hath decreed for him the guidance of the world by thy hand, as long as times endure. Thou hast made this earth with thy hand, and the waters, and the winds, and the vegetation, and all the cattle, and all the feathered fowl, and all the fish, and all the creeping things, and all the wild animals thereof. The desert is the lawful possession of the son of Nut. Egypt are content to crown thee upon the throne of thy father, like Ra. Thou rollest up into the horizon. Thou hast set light over the darkness. Thou sendest forth air from thy plumes, and thou floodest the two lands like the disk at daybreak. Thy crown penetrateth the height of heaven. Thou art the companion of the stars, and the guide of every god. Thou art beneficent in decree and speech, the favored one of the great company of the gods, and the beloved of the little company of the gods. Isis hath protected him, and hath repulsed the fiends, and turned aside calamities of evil. She uttered the spell with the magical power of her mouth. Her tongue was perfect, and it never halted at a word. Beneficent in command and word was Isis, the woman of magical spells, the advocate of her brother. She sought him untiringly. She wandered round and round about this earth in sorrow, and she alighted not without finding him. She made light with her feathers, she created air with her wings, and she uttered the death wail for her brother. She raised up the inactive members of whose heart was still. She drew from him his essence. She made an heir. She reared the child in loneliness, and the place where he was not known, and he grew in strength and stature, and his hand was mighty in the house of Keb. The company of the gods rejoiced at the coming of Horus, the son of Osiris, whose heart was firm, the triumphant, the son of Isis, the heir of Osiris. A hymn of praise to Ra when he riseth in the eastern part of heaven. Behold, the Osiris Ani, the scribe of the holy offerings of all the gods, saith, Homage to thee, O thou who hast come as Khepra, the creator of the gods. Thou art seated on thy throne, thou risest up in the sky, illumining thy mother Nut. Thou art seated on thy throne as the king of the gods. Thy mother Nut stretcheth out her hands, and performeth an act of homage to thee. The domain of Manu receiveth thee with satisfaction. The goddess Mat embraceth thee at the 2 seasons of the day. May Ra give glory and power, and truth speaking, and the appearance as a living soul, so that he may gaze upon Heru Kuti, to the Ka of the Osiris, the scribe Ani, who speaketh truth before Osiris, and who saith, Hail, O all ye gods of the house of the soul, who weigh heaven and earth in a balance, and who give celestial food to the dead. Hail, Tadun, who art one, thou creator of mortals and of the companies of the gods of the south and of the north, of the west and of the east. Ascribe ye praise to Ra, the Lord of heaven, the King, life, strength, and health, the maker of the gods. Give ye thanks unto him in his beneficent form, which is enthroned in the Atet boat. Beings celestial praise thee, beings terrestrial praise thee. Thoth and the goddess Mat mark out thy course for thee day by day and every day. Thine enemy the serpent hath been given over to the fire. The serpent fiend Sebao hath fallen headlong, his forelegs are bound in chains, and his hind legs hath Ra carried away from him. The sons of revolt shall never more rise up. The house of the aged one keepeth festival, and the voices of those who make merry are in the great place. The gods rejoice when they see Ra crowned upon his throne, and when his beams flood the world with light. The majesty of this holy god setteth out on his journey, and he goeth onwards until he reacheth the land of Manu. The earth becometh light at his birth each day. He proceedeth until he reacheth the place where he was yesterday. O be thou at peace with me. Let me gaze upon thy beauties. Let me journey above the earth. Let me smite the ass. Let me slit asunder the serpent fiend Sebao. Let me destroy Apep at the moment of his greatest power. Let me behold the Abtu fish at his season, and the ant fish with the ant boat as it piloteth it in its lake. Let me behold Horus when he is in charge of the rudder, with Thoth and the goddess Mat on each side of him. Let me lay hold of the tow rope of the Sektet boat, and the rope at the stern of the Matet boat. Let Ra grant to me a view of the sun, and a sight of the moon unfailingly each day. Let my Ba soul come forth to walk about hither and thither, and whithersoever it pleaseth. Let my name be called out. Let it be found inscribed on the tablet which recordeth the names of those who are to receive offerings. Let meals from the sepulchral offerings be given to me in the presence of Osiris, as to those who are in the following of Horus. Let there be prepared for me a seat in the boat of the sun on the day whereon the god saileth. Let me be received in the presence of Osiris in the land of truth-speaking, the Ka of Osiris Ani. Nek, the captain of soldiers, the royal scribe, singeth a hymn of praise to Ra, and saith, Homage to thee, O thou glorious being, thou who art dowered with all sovereignty. O Tem Harmachis, when thou risest in the horizon of heaven, a cry of joy goeth forth to thee from all people. O thou beautiful being, thou dost renew thyself in thy season, in the form of the disk, within thy mother Hathor. Therefore in every place every heart swelleth with joy at thy rising forever. The regions of the south and the north come to thee with homage, and send forth acclamations at thy rising on the horizon of heaven, and thou illuminest the 2 lands with rays of turquoise-colored light. O Ra, who art Heru Kuti, the divine man-child, the heir of eternity, self-begotten and self-born, king of the earth, prince of the otherworld, governor of Akert, thou didst come from the water god, thou didst spring from the sky god Nu, who doth cherish thee and order thy members. O thou god of life, thou lord of love, all men live when thou shinest, thou art crowned king of the gods. The goddess Nut embraceth thee, and the goddess Mut enfoldeth thee at all seasons. Those who are in thy following sing unto thee with joy, and they bow down their foreheads to the earth when they meet thee, the Lord of heaven, the Lord of the earth, the King of truth, the Lord of eternity, the Prince of everlastingness, thou sovereign of all the gods, thou God of life, thou creator of eternity, thou maker of heaven, wherein thou art firmly established. The company of the gods rejoice at thy rising. The earth is glad when it beholdeth thy rays. The people who have been long dead come forth with cries of joy to behold thy beauties every day. Thou goest forth each day over heaven and earth, and thou art made strong each day be thy mother Nut. Thou passest over the heights of heaven, thy heart swelleth with joy, and the great oasis is content thereat. The serpent fiend hath fallen, his arms are hewn off, the knife hath severed his joints. Ra liveth by law the beautiful. The sectet boat advanceth and cometh into port. The south and the north, and the west and east, turn to praise thee. O thou first, great God, who didst come into being of thine own accord, Isis and Nephthys salute thee. They sing unto thee songs of joy at thy rising in the boat. They stretch out their hands unto thee. The souls of the east follow thee, and the souls of the west praise thee. Thou art the ruler of all the gods. Thou in thy shrine hast joy, for the serpent fiend Nak hath been judged by the fire, and thy heart shall rejoice forever. Thy mother Nut is esteemed by thy father Nu. A hymn of praise to Osiris-Un-Nefer, the great god who dwelleth in Abtu, the king of eternity, the lord of everlastingness, who traverseth millions of years in his existence. Thou art the eldest son of the womb of Nut. Thou was begotten by Keb, the Erpat. Thou art the lord of the Urt crown. Thou art he whose white crown is lofty. Thou art the king of gods and men. Thou hast gained possession of the scepter of rule, and the whip, and the rank and dignity of thy divine fathers. Thy heart is expanded with joy, O thou who art in the kingdom of the dead. Thy son Horus is firmly placed on thy throne. Thou hast ascended thy throne as the Lord of Tetu, and as the Hek who dwelleth in Abydos. Thou makest the two lands to flourish through truth-speaking, in the presence of him who is the Lord to the uttermost limit. Thou drawest on that which hath not yet come into being in thy name of Ta-Hersta-Neph. Thou governest the two lands by Mot in thy name of Seeker. Thy power is widespread. Thou art he of whom the fear is great in thy name of Asar. Thy existence endureth for an infinite number of double henti periods in thy name of Un-Nefer. Homage to thee, King of kings and Lord of lords and Prince of princes. Thou hast ruled the two lands from the womb of the goddess Nut. Thou hast governed the lands of Akert. Thy members are of silver gold, thy head is of lapis lazuli, and the crown of thy head is of turquoise. Thou art an of millions of years. Thy body is all-pervading, O beautiful face in Ta-Chezert. Grant thou to me glory in heaven, and power upon earth, and truth-speaking in the divine underworld, and sail down the river to Tetu in the form of a living ba-soul, and the power to sail up the river to Abydos in the form of a Bennu bird, and the power to pass in through and to pass out from, without obstruction, the doors of the lords of the Tuat. Let there be given unto me bread cakes in the house of refreshing, and sepulchral offerings of cakes and ale, and propitiatory offerings in Anu, and a permanent homestead in Seket Aru, with wheat and barley therein to the double of the Osiris, the scribe Ani. The chapters of coming forth by day here begin the chapters of coming forth by day, and the songs of praising and glorifying which are to be recited for coming forth, and for entering into Kurt Neder, and the spells which are to be said in beautiful Amentet. They shall be recited on the day of the funeral, entering in after coming forth. The Osiris Ani, the Osiris, the scribe Ani saith, Homage to thee, O bull of Amentet, doth the king of eternity is with me. I am the great god by the side of the divine boat. I have fought for thee. I am one of those gods, those divine chiefs, who proved the truth-speaking of Osiris before his enemies on the day of the weighing of words. I am thy kinsman Osiris. I am one of those gods who were the children of the goddess Nut, who hacked in pieces the enemies of Osiris, and who bound in fetters the legion of Sebau devils on his behalf. I am thy kinsman Horus. I have fought on thy behalf. I have come to thee for thy name's sake. I am Thoth who proved the truth of the words of Osiris before his enemies, on the day of the weighing of words in the great house of the prince, who dwelleth in Anu. I am Teti, the son of Teti. My mother conceived me in Tetu, and gave birth to me in Tetu. I am with the mourners, and with the women who tear out their hair, and make lament for Osiris in Tawi Rekti. proving true the words of Osiris before his enemies. Ra commanded Thoth to prove true the words of Osiris before his enemies. What was commanded for Osiris, let that be done for me by Thoth. I am with Horus on the day of dressing Tesh. I open the hidden water springs for the ablutions of Erd-Ab. I unbolt the door of the Shedit shrine in Rostau. I am with Horus as the protector of the left shoulder of Osiris, the dweller in Sekhem. I enter in among, and I come forth from the flame gods on the day of the destruction of the Sebau fiends in Sekhem. I am with Horus on the days of the festivals of Osiris, at the making of offerings and oblations, namely, on the festival which is celebrated on the 6th day of the month, and on the day of the Tenat festival in Anu. I am the UAB priest in Tetu Rera, the dweller in Purasar. I exalt him that is upon the high place of the country. I look upon the mysteries in Rostau. I recite the words of the liturgy of the festival of the sole god in Tetu. I am the SM priest and perform his duties. I am the UR Kirphem priest on the day of placing the Henu boat of Seeker upon its divine sledge. I have taken in my hand the digging tool on the day of digging up the earth in Hensu. Hail, O ye who make perfect souls to enter into the house of Osiris. Make ye the well-instructed soul of the Osiris, the scribe Ani, whose word is true, to enter in and to be with you in the house of Osiris. Let him hear even as ye hear. Let him have sight even as ye have sight. Let him stand up even as ye stand up. Let him take his seat even as ye take your seats. Hail, O ye who give cakes and ale to perfect souls in the house of Osiris. Give ye cakes and ale twice each day in the morning and in the evening to the soul of the Osiris Ani, whose word is true before the gods, the lords of Abydos, and whose word is true with you. Hail, O ye who open up the way, who act as guides to the roads in the other world to perfect souls in the house of Osiris. Open ye up for him the way, and act ye as guides to the roads, to the soul of the Osiris, the scribe, the registrary of all the offerings made to the gods, Ani, whose word is true with you. May he enter the house of Osiris with boldness, and may he come forth therefrom in peace. May there be no opposition made to him, and may he not be sent back therefrom. May he enter in under favor of Osiris, and may he come forth gratified at the acceptance of his true words. May his commands be performed in the house of Osiris. May his words travel with you. May he be glorious as ye are. May he be not found to be light in the balance. May the balance dispose of his case. Permit thou not me to be judged according to the mouths of the multitude. May my soul lift itself up before Osiris, having been found to have been pure when on earth. May I come into thy presence, O Lord of the gods. May I arrive at the nome of truth. May I rise up on my seat like a god endowed with life. May I give forth light like the company of the gods who dwell in heaven. May I become like one of you. May I lift up my footsteps in the town of Keraha. May I look upon the sectet boat of the god Sa, the Holy One, as it passeth across the sky. May I not be repulsed. May I look upon the lords of the Tuat, or according to another reading, the company of the gods. May I smell the savor of the divine, food of the company of the gods. May I sit down with them. May my name be proclaimed for offerings by the Ker-Heb priest at the sacrificial table. May I hear the petitions which are made when offerings are presented. May I draw nigh unto the Neshem boat, and may neither my heart soul nor its lord be repulsed. Homage to thee, O chief of Amentet, thou god Osiris, who dwellest in the town of Nifur. Grant thou that I may arrive in peace in Amentet. May the lords of Tachazert receive me, and may they say unto me, Hail, hail, welcome, welcome. May they make ready for me a seat by the side of the president of the chiefs. May the nursing goddesses receive me at the seasons, and may I come forth into the presence of Un-Nefer, true of word. May I be a follower of Horus in Rostau, and of Osiris in Tedu, and may I perform all the transformations which my heart may desire to make in every place wherein my Ka wisheth to be. If this text be known by the deceased upon earth, or if he causeth it to be done in writing upon his coffin, then will he be able to come forth on any day he pleaseth, and to enter into his habitation unrepulsed. Cakes and ale and joints of meat from those which are on the altar of Ra shall be given unto him, and his homestead shall be among the fields of the field of reeds, and wheat and barley shall be given unto him therein, and he shall flourish there, even as he flourished upon earth. The chapter of making the Sahu to enter the Tuat on the day of the funeral, when the following words are to be said, Homage to thee, O thou who dwellest in the holy hill of Amentet. The Osiris, the royal scribe, Nektu Amen, whose word is true, knoweth thee, he knoweth thy name. Deliver thou him from the worms which are in Rostau, which live upon the bodies of men and women, and feed upon their blood, for Osiris, the favored servant of the god of his city, the royal scribe Nektu Amen, knoweth you, and he knoweth your names. Let the order for his protection be the first command of Osiris, the Lord to the uttermost limit, who keepeth his body hidden. May he give him release from the terrible one, who dwelleth at the bend of the river of Amentet. And may he decree the acts that will make him to rise up. Let him pass on to him whose throne is placed within the darkness, who giveth light in Rostau. O thou Lord of light, come thou and swallow up the worms which are in Amentet. Let the great God who dwelleth in Tetu, and who is himself unseen, hear his prayers, and let those who cause afflictions hold him in fear, as he cometh forth with the sentence of their doom to the divine block. I, the Osiris, the royal scribe, Nektu Amen, come, bearing the decree of Nebercher, and I am the Horus who taketh possession of his throne for him. His father, the lord of all those who are in the boat of his father Horus, hath ascribed praise unto him. He cometh bearing tidings, let him see the town of Anu. Their chief shall stand on the earth before him. The scribe shall magnify him at the doors of their assemblies, and thy shall swathe him with swathings in Anu. He hath led heaven captive, and he hath seized the earth in his grasp. Neither the heavens nor the earth can be taken away from him, for behold, he is Ra, the firstborn of the gods. His mother shall nurse him, and shall give him her breast on the horizon. The chapter of giving a mouth to the Osiris, the scribe Ani, who saith, Homage to thee, O thou Lord of brightness, governor of the temple, Prince of the night, and of the thick darkness. I have come unto thee. I am shining, I am pure. My hands are about thee. Thou hast thy lot with thy ancestors. Give thou unto me my mouth, that I may speak with it. I guide my heart at its season of flame and of night. If this chapter be known by the Osiris, the scribe Ani, upon earth, or if it be done in writing upon his coffin, he shall come forth by day in every form which he pleaseth, and he shall enter into his abode, and shall not be repulsed. And cakes, and ale, and joints of meat from those which are on the altar of Osiris shall be given unto him, and he shall enter in peace into Sekhet Aru, conformably to the decree of the dweller in Busiris. Wheat and barley shall be given unto him therein, and he shall flourish there just as he did upon earth, and he shall do whatsoever it pleaseth him to do, even as do the company of the gods who are in the Tuat, regularly and continually, for millions of times. The chapter which maketh a man to remember his name in Kurt Neder. The deceased saith, Let my name be given to me in the great house, and let me remember my name in the house of fire, on the night wherein the years are counted up, and the number of the months is told. I am dwelling with the Divine One. I take my seat on the eastern side of the sky. If any god cometh after me, I shall be able to declare his name forthwith. The chapter of snuffing the air with water in Kurt Neder. Hail, Tem! Grant thou unto me the sweet breath which dwelleth in thy nostrils. I am he who embraceth that great throne which is in the city of Unyu. I keep watch over the egg of the great cackler. I grow and flourish as it groweth and flourisheth. I live as it liveth. I snuff the air as it snuffeth the air. The chapter of making the transformation into Ptah. The Osiris Ani, whose word is truth, saith, I eat bread. I drink ale. I gird up my garments. I fly like a hawk. I cackle like the smen goose. I alight upon that place hard by the sepulchre on the festival of the great God. Those feces which is abominable is filth, I will not eat thereof. That which is an abomination unto my caw shall not enter my body. I will live upon that whereon live the gods and the spirit souls. I shall live, and I shall be master of their cakes. I am master of them, and I shall eat them under the trees of the dweller in the house of Hathor, my lady. I will make an offering. My cakes are in Tedu, my offerings are in Anu. I gird about myself the robe which is woven for me by the goddess Tate. I shall stand up and sit down in whatsoever place it pleaseth me to do so. My head is like unto that of Ra. I am gathered together like Tem. The chapter of not letting the heart of a man be snatched away from him in Kurt Neder. The Osiris Ani, whose word is truth, saith, Get thee back, O messenger of every god. Art thou come to snatch away my heart case which liveth? My heart case which liveth shall not be given unto thee. As I advance, the gods hearken unto my propitiation prayer, and they fall down on their faces, whilst they are on their own land. The chapter of opening the tomb to the boss soul and the shadow, and of coming forth by day, and of having mastery over the two legs. The Osiris the scribe Ani, whose word is truth, saith, The place which is closed is opened, the place which is shut is sealed. That which lieth down in the closed place is opened by the boss soul which is in it. By the eye of Horus I am delivered. Ornaments are stablished on the brow of Ra. My stride is made long. I lift up my 2 thighs in walking. I have journeyed over a long road. My limbs are in a flourishing condition. I am Horus, the avenger of his father, and I bring the Urt crown and set it on its standard. The road of souls is opened. My twin soul seeth the great God in the boat of Ra on the day of souls. My soul is in the front thereof, with the counter of the years. Come, the eye of Horus hath delivered for me my soul. My ornaments are stablished on the brow of Ra. Light is on the faces of those who are in the members of Osiris. Ye shall not hold captive my soul. Ye shall not keep in durance my shadow. The way is open to my soul and to my shadow. It seeth the great God in the shrine on the day of counting souls. It repeateth the words of Osiris. Those whose seats are invisible, who fetter the members of Osiris, who fetter heart souls and spirit souls, who set a seal upon the dead, and who would do evil to me shall do no evil to me. Haste on the way to me, thy heart is with thee. My heart soul and my spirit soul are equipped. They guide thee. I sit down at the head of the great ones who are chiefs of their abodes. The wardens of the members of Osiris shall not hold thee captive, though they keep ward over souls, and set a seal on the shadow, which is dead. Heaven shall not shut thee in. The chapter of not letting the head of a man be cut off from his body, in Kurtneder. The Osiris Ani saith, I am a great one, the son of a great one. I am fire, the son of fire, to whom was given his head after it had been cut off. The head of Osiris was not removed from his body, and the head of Osiris Ani shall not be removed from his body. I have knitted myself together, I have made myself whole and complete. I shall renew my youth. I am Osiris himself, the Lord of eternity. The chapter of making a man to return to look upon his house on earth. The Osiris Ani saith, I am the lion god who cometh forth with long strides. I have shot arrows, and I have wounded my prey. I have shot arrows, and I have wounded my prey. I am the eye of Horus. I traverse the eye of Horus at this season. I have arrived at the domains. Grant that the Osiris Ani may come in peace. The chapter of coming forth by day and of living after death. The Osiris Ani saith, Hail, thou one who shinest from the moon. Hail, thou one who shinest from the moon. Grant that this Osiris Ani may come forth among thy multitudes who are at the portal. Let him be with the light god. Let the Tuat be open to him. Behold, the Osiris Ani shall come forth by day to perform everything which he wisheth upon the earth among those who are living thereon. The prayer of Ani. My heart, my mother, my heart, my mother. My heart whereby I came into being, may not stand up to oppose me at my judgment. May there be no opposition to me in the presence of the chiefs. May there be no parting of thee from me in the presence of him that keepeth the balance. Thou art my Ka, which dwelleth in my body, the god Khnemu who knitteth together and strengtheneth my limbs. Mayest thou come forth into the place of happiness whither we go. May the Shenu officials, who make the conditions of the lives of men, not cause my name to stink, and may no lies be spoken against me in the presence of the God. Let it be satisfactory unto us, and let the listener God be favorable unto us, and let there be joy of heart to us at the weighing of words. Let not that which is false be uttered against me before the great God, the Lord of Amentet. Verily, how great shalt thou be when thou risest in triumph. The speech of Thoth. Thoth, the judge of right and truth of the great company of the gods who are in the presence of Osiris, saith, Hear ye this judgment. The heart of Osiris hath in very truth been weighed, and his heart soul hath borne testimony on his behalf. His heart hath been found right by the trial in the great balance. There hath not been found any wickedness in him. He hath not wasted the offerings which have been made in the temples. He hath not committed any evil act, and he hath not set his mouth in motion with words of evil whilst he was upon earth. Speech of Anubis. Pay good heed, O righteous judge, to the balance to support the testimony thereof. Variant. Pay good heed to the weighing in the balance of the heart of the Osiris, the singing woman of Amen, Anhai, whose word is truth, and place thou her heart in the seat of truth in the presence of the great God. The speech of the gods. The great company of the gods say to Thoth who dwelleth in Kemenu, that which cometh forth from thy mouth shall be declared true. The Osiris, the scribe Ani, whose word is true, is holy and righteous. He hath not committed any sin, and he hath done no evil against us. The devourer Ammit shall not be permitted to prevail over him. Meat offerings and admittance into the presence of the god Osiris shall be granted unto him, together with an abiding habitation in the field of offerings, as unto the followers of Horus. The speech of Horus to Osiris in introducing Ani to him. Horus, the son of Isis, saith, I have come to thee, O Un-Nefer, and I have brought unto thee the Osiris Ani. His heart is righteous, and it hath come forth from the balance. It hath not sinned against any god or any goddess. Thoth hath weighed it according to the decree pronounced unto him by the company of the gods, and it is most true and righteous. Grant thou that cakes and ale may be given unto him, and let him appear in the presence of the god Osiris, and let him be like unto the followers of Horus forever and ever. The speech of Ani, and the Osiris Ani saith, Behold, I am in thy presence, O Lord of Amentet. There is no sin in my body. I have not spoken that which is not true knowingly, nor have I done anything with a false heart. Grant thou that I may be like unto those favored ones who are in thy following, and that I may be an Osiris greatly favored of the beautiful God, and beloved of the Lord of the two lands, I who am a veritable royal scribe who loveth thee, Ani, whose word is true before the god Osiris. The 7 Excerpts. The first Excerpt. The name of the doorkeeper is Siket her Ashtaru. The name of the watcher is Smeti. The name of the herald is Hakaru. The Osiris Ani, whose word is truth, shall say when he cometh unto the first Excerpt, I am the mighty one who createth his own light. I have come unto thee, O Osiris, and purified from that which defileth thee, I adore thee. Lead on, name not the name of Rostau to me. Homage to thee, O Osiris, in thy might and in thy strength in Rostau. Rise up and conquer, O Osiris, in Abtu. Thou goest round about heaven, thou sailest in the presence of Ra. Thou lookest upon all the beings who have knowledge. Hail, Ra, thou who goest round about in the sky, I say, O Osiris, in truth, that I am the spirit body of the god, and I beseech thee not to let me be driven away, nor to be cast upon the wall of blazing fire. Let the way be opened in Rostau, let the pain of the Osiris be relieved. Embrace that which the balance hath weighed. Let a path be made for the Osiris in the great valley, and let the Osiris have light to guide him on his way. The second Excerpt. The name of the doorkeeper is Unhat. The name of the watcher is Sector. The name of the herald is Ust. The Osiris Ani, whose word is truth, shall say when he cometh to this Excerpt, He sitteth to carry out his heart's desire, and he weigheth words as the second of Thoth. The strength which protecteth Thoth humbleth the hidden Maadi gods, who feed upon Maat during the years of their lives. I offer up my offerings to him at the moment when he maketh his way. I advance and I enter on the path. O grant thou that I may continue to advance, and that I may attain to the sight of Ra, and of those who offer up their offerings. The third Excerpt. The name of the doorkeeper is Unam Hawatu Ant Pahui. The name of the watcher is Sirsher. The name of the herald is A. The Osiris, the scribe Ani, whose word is truth, shall say when he cometh to this Excerpt, I am he who is hidden in the great deep. I am the judge of the Rehui. I have come, and I have done away the offensive thing which was upon Osiris. I tie firmly the place on which he standeth, coming forth from the earth. I have established things in Abtu. I have opened up a way through Rostau, and I have relieved the pain which was in Osiris. I have balanced the place whereon he standeth, and I have made a path for him. He shineth brilliantly in Rostau. The fourth Excerpt. The name of the doorkeeper is Kesef her Asht Keru. The name of the watcher is Ceres Tepu. The name of the herald is Kesaphat. The Osiris the scribe Ani, whose word is truth, shall say when he cometh to this Eret, I am the bull, the son of the ancestress of Osiris. O grant ye that his father, the lord of his godlike companions, may bear witness on his behalf. I have weighed the guilty in judgment. I have brought unto his nostrils the life which is everlasting. I am the son of Osiris. I have accomplished the journey. I have advanced in Kurt Neter. The fifth Eret. The name of the doorkeeper is Ankvim-Fent. The name of the watcher is Shabu. The name of the herald is Teb-Her-Kakeft. The Osiris the scribe Ani, whose word is truth, shall say when he cometh to this Eret, I have brought unto thee the jawbone in Rostau. I have brought unto thee thy backbone in Anu. I have gathered together his manifold members therein. I have driven back Apep for thee. I have spit upon the wounds in his body. I have made myself a path among you. I am the aged one among the gods. I have made offerings to Osiris. I have defended him with the word of truth. I have gathered together his bones and have collected all his members. The sixth Eret. The name of the doorkeeper is Atek-Tau-Kehat-Keru. The name of the watcher is Anher. The name of the herald is Eitz-Her-Arishi. The Osiris the scribe Ani, whose word is truth, shall say when he cometh to this Eret, I have come daily, I have come daily. I have made myself a way. I have advanced over that which was created by Anubis. I am the lord of the Urt crown. I am the possessor of the knowledge of the words of magical power. I am the avenger according to law. I have avenged the injury to his eye. I have defended Osiris. I have accomplished my journey. The Osiris Ani advanceth with you with the word which is truth. The seventh Eret. The name of the doorkeeper is Sekhmedem-Tu-Sen. The name of the watcher is Ama-Karu. The name of the herald is Kesef-Kemi. The Osiris the scribe Ani, whose word is truth, shall say when he cometh to this Eret, I have come unto thee, O Osiris, being purified from foul emissions. Thou goest round about heaven, thou seest Ra, thou seest the beings who have knowledge. Hail thou one, behold, thou art in the Sektet boat which traverseth the heavens. I speak what I will to his spirit body. He is strong, and cometh into being even as he spake. Thou meetest him face to face. Prepare thou for me all the ways which are good, and which lead to thee. If these words be recited by the Spirit when he shall come to the seven Arets, and as he entereth the doors, he shall neither be turned back nor repulsed before Osiris, and he shall be made to have his being among the blessed spirits, and to have dominion among the ancestral followers of Osiris. If these things be done for any spirit, he shall have his being in that place like a lord of eternity, in one body with Osiris, and at no place shall any being contend against him. The pylons of the house of Osiris. The following shall be said when one cometh to the first pylon. The Osiris the scribe Ani, whose word is truth, saith, Lady of tremblings, high-walled, the sovereign lady, the lady of destruction, who uttereth the words which drive back the destroyers, who delivereth from destruction him that cometh. The name of her doorkeeper is Neruit. The following shall be said when one cometh to the second pylon. The Osiris the scribe Ani, whose word is truth, saith, Lady of heaven, mistress of the two lands, devourer by fire, lady of mortals, who art infinitely greater than any human being. The name of her doorkeeper is Mezpitah. The following shall be said when one cometh to the third pylon. The Osiris the scribe Ani, whose word is truth, saith, Lady of the altar, the mighty lady to whom offerings are made, greatly beloved one of every god sailing up the river to Abydos. The name of her doorkeeper is Sebka. The following shall be said when one cometh to the fourth pylon. The Osiris the scribe Ani, whose word is truth, saith, Prevailer with knives, mistress of the two lands, destroyer of the enemies of Osiris, who decreeth the release of those who suffer through evil hap. The name of her doorkeeper is Nikau. The following shall be said when one cometh to the fifth pylon. The Osiris the scribe Ani, whose word is truth, saith, Flame, lady of fire, absorbing the entreaties which are made to her, who permitteth not to approach her, the rebel. The name of her doorkeeper is Henti Reku. The following shall be said when one cometh to the sixth pylon. The Osiris the scribe Ani, whose word is truth, saith, Lady of light, who roareth mightily, whose breadth cannot be comprehended. Her like hath not been found since the beginning. There are serpents over which are unknown. They were brought forth before the still heart. The name of her doorkeeper is Samadhi. The following shall be said when one cometh to the seventh pylon. The Osiris the scribe Ani, whose word is truth, saith, Garment which envelopeth the helpless one, which weepeth for and loveth that which it covereth. The name of her doorkeeper is Saktif. The following shall be said when one cometh to the eighth pylon. The Osiris the scribe Ani, whose word is truth, saith, Blazing fire unquenchable, with far-reaching tongues of flame, irresistible slaughterer, which one may not pass through fear of its deadly attack. The name of her doorkeeper is Kuchetef. The following shall be said when one cometh to the ninth pylon. The Osiris the scribe Ani, whose word is truth. Chieftainess, lady of strength, who giveth quiet of heart to the offspring of her lord. Her girth is 350 ket, and she is clothed with green feldspar of the south. She bindeth up the divine form, and clotheth the helpless one. Devourer, lady of all men. The name of her doorkeeper is Arisuchesef. The following shall be said when one cometh to the 10th pylon. The Osiris the scribe Ani, whose word is truth, saith, Goddess of the loud voice, who maketh her suppliants to mourn, the awful one who terrifieth, who herself remaineth unterrified within. The name of her doorkeeper is Sekenur. Nu, the steward of the keeper of the seal, saith when he cometh to the 11th pylon of Osiris, I have made my way, I know you, and I know thy name, and I know the name of her who is within thee. She who slayeth always, consumer of the fiends by fire, mistress of every pylon, the lady who is acclaimed on the day of darkness, is thy name. She inspecteth the swathing of the helpless one. The Osiris Nu, the steward of the keeper of the seal, saith when he cometh to the 12th pylon of Osiris, I have made my way, I know you, and I know thy name, and I know the name of her who is within thee. Invoker of thy two lands, destroyer of those who come to thee by fire, lady of spirits, obeyer of the word of thy Lord, is thy name. She inspecteth the swathing of the helpless one. The Osiris Nu, the steward of the keeper of the seal, saith when he cometh to the 13th pylon of Osiris, I have made my way, I know you and I know thy name, and I know the name of her who is within thee. Osiris foldeth his arms about her, and maketh the Nile god to emit splendor out of his hidden places, is thy name. She inspecteth the swathing of the helpless one. The Osiris Nu, the steward of the keeper of the seal, saith when he cometh to the 14th pylon of Osiris, I have made my way, I know thee, and I know thy name, and I know the name of her who is within thee. Lady of might, who trampleth on the red demons, who keepeth the festival of Hakar on the day of the hearing of faults, is thy name. She inspecteth the swathing of the helpless one. The 15th pylon. The Osiris Heruim Kibit, whose word is truth, shall say when he cometh to this pylon, Fiend, red of hair and eyes, who appeareth by night, and doth fetter the fiend in his lair. Let her hands be given to the still heart in his hour, let her advance and go forward, is thy name. She inspecteth the swathing of the helpless one. The 16th pylon. The Osiris Heruim Kibit, whose word is truth, shall say when he cometh to this pylon, Terrible one, lady of the rainstorm, destroyer of the souls of men, devourer of the bodies of men, orderer, producer, and maker of slaughter, is thy name. She inspecteth the swathing of the helpless one. The 17th pylon. The Osiris Heruim Kebit, whose word is truth, shall say when he cometh to this pylon, Hewer in pieces in blood a hibit, lady of hair, is thy name. She inspecteth the swathing of the helpless one. The 18th pylon. The Osiris Heruim Kebit, whose word is truth, shall say when he cometh to this pylon, Fire lover, pure one, lover of slaughterings, cutter off of heads, devoted one, lady of the great house, slaughterer of fiends at eventide, is thy name. She inspecteth the swathing of the helpless one. The 19th pylon. The Osiris Heruim Kibit, whose word is truth, shall say when he cometh to this pylon, Light giver for life, blazing all the day, lady of strength, and of the writings of the god Thoth himself, is thy name. She inspecteth the swathings of the White House. The 20th pylon. The Osiris Heruim Kibit, whose word is truth, shall say when he cometh to this pylon, Dweller in the cavern of her lord, her name is Clother, hider of her creations, conqueror of hearts, swallower of them, is thy name. She inspecteth the swathings of the White House. The 21st pylon. The Osiris Heruim Kibit, whose word is truth, shall say when he cometh to this pylon, Knife which cutteth when its name is uttered, slayer of those who approach thy flame is thy name. She possesseth hidden plans. And behold, these things shall be done by a man who is washed clean, and is ceremonially pure, and who hath eaten neither meat nor fish, and who hath not recently had intercourse with women. And behold, thou shalt make offerings of cakes and ale to these gods, and shalt burn incense on their fires. Every spirit soul for whom these things shall be done shall become like a holy god in Kurt Neder, and he shall not be turned back at any gate in Amentet. And he shall be in the following of Osiris, whithersoever he goeth, regularly and continually.